Before we begin this video, I got this book from my friend's mom, who's a life coach, and she's like, you definitely need to read it. It's amazing. And me not being a morning person, I just saw Morning Miracle. I was like, it isn't for me. But then I was like, you know what, Chisala, that is the type of attitude that leaves people in the same place they've been for 800 years. So I was like, okay, let me try it out. And I read it, and it's amazing. Amazing, really, it is. I'm not just saying this because I feel like saying it. Amazing. Read it, and I'll put her contact information at the end of the video so you can contact her wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the video. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Chisala. If you're with me today, thank you so much for joining me. So today I'm going to be speaking about something that I have been doing lately for the past 2 weeks. I was reading this book, The Morning Miracle by Hal Elrod, and let me just tell you, this book is amazing. Like, I have read books because I can read. I have read books, but this it's an amazing book. I'm just going to do a quick review of what I learned so that in the future I can look back at this video and be like, oh, I actually applied these things and look where I am now today. Look, it worked. Yeah, so it's amazing. The Morning Miracle, the 6 habits that will transform your life before 8 a.m. So from the introduction, I wrote the stuff down because I was like, I cannot go back and search through these pages. I'll be lost. So from the introduction, the Morning Miracle, I loved everything about it. Let's say it teaches us basically that anything is possible, like literally anything. So one thing I like about this book is the fact that it talks about coming out of the realm of mediocrity. Like, I'm gonna read this line. I was fueled by passion to do what I had never done before, to venture from my painfully comfortable realm of mediocrity. Like, this book made me hate the word mediocre, guys. Like, I've always not liked it, but like this book just highlighted it. Like, you living your life the way you live it, like just going day by day, going with the wind, that's just the 95% do that, and that's just mediocre. And I was like, this is crazy. I don't want to be mediocre or average. And so I read more. Another point it taught me is there's no point of crying over spilt milk. You know, you can start the change today, right now. What you've done in the past. There's this saying that I really love in this book. I don't know it exactly, so I'm just gonna like quote it the way I interpret it. You cannot where you are now is as a result of who you were in the past, but where you're gonna be in the future is as a result of what you do today to change that. And if you're like me, you'd be like, oh, I'm not a morning person, this is not for me. Same, I'm not a morning person. But the Morning Miracle, basically, it's not about waking up at 5 a.m. and being like, oh, yeah, you just adapt it into your lifestyle, you know what I mean? Like, do what you need to do each and every day to be inspired, to be the best version of yourself when you wake up in the morning. It doesn't have to be at 5 a.m. You can wake up at 10, but the first hour is always very important. You can meditate, exercise, have affirmations, pray, just have silent time to just put your brain together, to have a why, you know, as to why did you wake up? Why are you awake today? Why are you walking around? Like, you know what I mean? It's talking about waking up every day, every morning, and feeling like it's Christmas, like a kid on Christmas Day, like gifts, Santa came, you know, all these things. It's amazing. And for you to wake up like that every day, it gives you purpose in life. And also it talks about your purpose, like finding your purpose. And there is this part that says, I believe it is crucial for us to embrace the perspective that anything another person has overcome or accomplished is simply evidence that anything, and I mean anything, we need to overcome or want to accomplish is possible for us, no matter what our past or current situations say. So you don't have to worry about, oh, in the past, you know, I was this, or right now, you know, I don't have this. Small steps, small, simple steps to become better. Then I went to chapter 1, finally. This is the part where I'm reaching chapter 1, which says, firstly, I was like, I love this quote. It's the one that made me hate mediocrity the way that I hate it now. Life is too short. It's repeated often enough to be a cliche, but this time it's true. You don't have enough time to be both unhappy and mediocre. It's just pointless and it's painful. This quote is by Seth Godin, which is in the first chapter. And I was thinking, it is true, you know? And this book also tells us that we spend so much time trying to be happy when we're not actually doing the things that make us happy. So instead of just being happy, you're just trying and trying every day. Like, just be happy. Another quote that I love: to make profound changes in your life, you need either inspiration or desperation. Which one am I right now? I'm both inspired and desperate. I cannot live a mediocre life. That's the part where desperation comes in. So I need to make the drastic changes that I need to make in my life for me to be able to live the life that I dream of every day, you know? Traveling, freedom financially, spiritually, just being whole with God, you know? And just in my life, just be complete within myself, and just to be a better version of myself so I can serve myself and others better. So in this book, this man, Hal Elrod, he was in an accident, right? And so after his accident, it was really bad. He was told he couldn't walk. You know those accidents that are just like bad and you feel like your life is. So while he was in hospital, people used to come like be there for him and help him and be like, we're here for, you know, as people do, your relatives and your loved ones when you're in the hospital. But then after that, he recovered from it, right? And he became a writer. He started becoming better. And then he fell into debt, the recession in 2008. And then after that, he was like, God, I'm in debt. He was apparently it was bad. Like he had mortgage, $450,000 in mortgage, and he was like, how am I gonna be able to pay this back? And what he thought at that point, because in debt he was just alone. Nobody, when you're in that much debt, you don't have people to be like, oh, you know, can you help me? All these people, people are not with you like that. Like you're on your deathbed, you know what I mean? So he actually thought death was better than debt, because at least in death, people were coming to see him and all these things, but in debt, it was like he was alone. So he was like, I'm about to give up. And there's this thing that I always say to myself: people only care about you if you're pretty, rich, or dead, you know? So it just says it's true. And I have been talking about personal development and how it's very important to get to where you're going to be. So there's a quote on page 16 which says, your level of success will rarely exceed your level of personal development, because success is something you attract by the person you become. This is why I am so down with developing every area of my life, whether it's beauty, my mind, my well-being as a person. And that is true. To be honest, I learned at some point that I was a fairly attractive young lady. And then I was thinking, oh, this is good. I can use it somehow, right? And guess what I started doing? I started to model. And that way I could make money through modeling. And it was amazing for me. It was an amazing experience, and I'm still modeling. And that just shows that when I realized that, wait, I am actually attractive, I can use this. And I developed myself into that person. I became a model. On page 17, there's a quote by the author Matthew Kelly, and he said in his book, The Rhythm of Life, on the one hand, we all want to be happy. On the other hand, we all know the things that make us happy, but we don't do those things. Why? Simple. We're too busy doing what? Too busy trying to be happy. The book goes on, of course, talking about the things that you need to do to like actually make these changes, okay? So depending on what type of person you are, you can just do anything that you feel like will develop you as a person. Meditation, affirmation, journaling, visualization, reading the Bible, and reading in general, exercise, silent time. Again, as the book goes further on, we talk about the 95% reality check, which is the 95% of people in the world that, and I'm not saying I'm mediocre, but are accepting of their day-to-day, waking up in the morning frustrated and being like, ugh, and always complaining about how their lives are miserable and how this and that can make them happy, but they never really do it. Why? Because they're too comfortable. Get out the comfortability of mediocrity, you know what I mean? And so you have to be part of the 5% for you to be able to live that life. Just happier, you know? Who doesn't want to live a happy life? Like, rare view mirror syndrome, which is you always looking back at your past and thinking, but I was like this in the past. There's no way I can do that in the future. That is bad, because why? Your future your past does not determine your future unless you allow it to. Anything that happened in your life, you allowed. Get that in your mind. And also ask yourself this question: what is your purpose in life? And if you find that purpose, as I said earlier, your purpose changes. I think it's true. Your purpose changes. So each and every year, you can ask yourself, what is my purpose in life this year? Or what is my purpose this month? Every day, you have a different purpose. That is your purpose in life, what you're doing every day. So basically, the 6 habits, I'm going to just skip. You need to read this book. I'm going to skip to the 6 habits. These are the 6 habits. It's called Savers. So Savers is silence. This is like 60 minutes you can take out of your day. In the morning, your first hour of waking up. Whenever you wake up, in the afternoon, the first 60 minutes are very important. So you can either spend them in S for silence, 5 affirmations, V, visualization. So a vision board is very important, which I am supposed to make. I just finished reading this book. I'm gonna make a vision board. Exercise, reading, scribbling. Scribbling is basically just journaling and writing, but it has to be put in savers. You can put J at the end. So this is what this book is about, and that's it. I really like the end here. There's so many quotes in the end, beautiful. Like, if you could memorize them, your life would be amazing. I really like the ending of the book, which says, finally to you, the reader. So thank you for allowing me to be part of your life, which is amazing. I mean, this book has actually helped me. But the last 2 lines says, never settle. Create the life you deserve to live and help others to do the same. And that is it. And that's why I'm going to become a successful billionaire entrepreneur. Because I'm gonna create the life that I deserve and that I want, and also help others while doing it. And what is more fulfilling than that? So that is basically my YouTube video. And I got this book from my friend's mom, who's a life coach. I will put her information at the end of the video, so you can contact her if you're in Zambia or anywhere else. I'm sure she can do online calls. And yeah, that's my video. Please like and subscribe. I post funny content, just any type of content that I feel like posting. Yeah, and true crime. If you're a big fan of true crime, I love true crime and I love it too. So bye, stay blessed and be focused. Don't be mediocre. You can do it. Never settle. Bye.